guys, so I have my 1 month, 1 palette update for you guys. So for the past month, I have been using the Viseart Petit Pro palette. This is a new one to the market. I bought it right at the beginning of February. So yeah, this is what I've used. It's a very small packaging. It was $30, which, you know, for Viseart, you know, their big palettes are like 80, I think, 70, 80. And so these shadows are smaller than the full size, but, you know, I feel like I don't like every single color in the full size, so this is kind of a better deal for me. So these are the shades. There are 4 matte and 4 shimmery shades, kind of like the Lorac Pro, and these are a little bit bigger than the Lorac Pro shadows themselves. These ones are magnetically held in this little palette, but they do come out really easy, so if you wanted to put these in a Z palette, you definitely can. So yeah, this is what I've used, and I do have some photos for you guys, but I thought I would just show this to you first. I did also bring in my NARS Alhambra duo, which looks like this. I mostly use this kind of pinkier gold or pinkier champagne shade, which has cracked and I've had to repress multiple times, but it's my favorite. So yeah, that's kind of what I used. I will insert the photos I did take throughout the month now for you. So I hope those photos kind of gave you an idea of the different looks that I was able to make. So talking about this palette, first I'm going to talk about the shimmery shades because that's what I use the most. So I guess I'll start here. This one I had high hopes for. It's a shimmery kind of champagne shade, but it reminds me a lot of the shade Champagne from the Lorac Pro, kind of that chunky, glittery kind of a thing. So you can see there, it's a little bit darker than it looks on the pan right away. And then on my skin, it's even a little bit darker. I mean, it's still very pretty. There's a lot of fallout with it though. So that's something that kind of disappointed me, was that it fell all over my face. So I ended up using it wet. I would wet my brush and then kind of dig into it, and it worked a lot better. But it is still, like, you know, darker than I anticipated, especially, you know, looking at it there. So that's kind of why I did pull this one in, because I wanted a lighter, brighter shade, you know, to work with. The gold and kind of this coppery shade are beautiful. These have a really nice formula. They're soft. They don't really have too much fallout. They pack a punch. They're really gorgeous on the eyes. I really, really love those two. So I did use those ones, you know, all over the lid quite a bit. I used this kind of coppery one in the outer third or outer half of my lid. Really, really pretty colors. I'm very happy with them. I like golds quite a bit. This is a little bit of an orangey gold, but I like it. I have kind of blue-gray eyes, so golds kind of make them pop. Now the purple in here, I did use not as much as the other shimmery shades, but I did use it. That's it right there on the end. Very pretty. It's not as, like, bright as I thought it would be, which, you know, to my surprise was actually kind of nice. I did use it in the outer corner quite a bit as well. So yeah, overall, these last 3, the gold, copper, and purple, are beautiful formulas. I love the way they wear. And from what I've heard, you know, because I did watch some reviews on this palette, that's the normal kind of formula for the shimmery Viseart, you know, powders. And this one here, the kind of lighter champagne, is kind of like out of, or, you know, like not normal for their company. So that kind of made me feel better about it. If I were to ever buy a Viseart palette, I would know that I like the shimmery shades. They wear nice. The only thing I would say is this kind of coppery one lost a little bit of the shine by the end of the day, but otherwise, you know, pretty good, I would say. Now for the most of the time I did pair it with my Pan That palette, but there were a couple of days where I decided not to use my Pan That palette and only use these matte shades so I could have more of an opinion for those. So yeah, these are the matte shades. They're very nice. The only thing is that for me, with my fair complexion, this brown is a little bit dark for a crease shade for me. But otherwise, they are very pigmented. I mean, this white, it's not like it's just kind of like a translucent-y white. I mean, it is white on your lids, which I actually learned to enjoy quite a bit for my brow bone, because I like a matte brow bone. So these are the shades there. So I will swatch these on my hand for you. So the white, I don't know if you can tell, I mean, it's there, but on my lids, it really showed up. The brown got a little bit muddy, but I think it's because it's the color, you know, it's a little bit dark on me. The burgundy I really, really loved. I liked putting it deep in my crease. And then this brown is kind of like a charcoal brown. I really enjoyed, because it's not a black, but it still was dark enough to smudge on my lash line. It still was dark enough to put in the outer corner to kind of, you know, wear it that way. So overall, I'm glad I tried this. I think if you want to try Viseart palettes, this is the way to go. Or try one of their, what are the Theory palettes, I believe. You get 6, you get 3 mattes and 3 shimmery shades. They're one in, I think it's called Cashmere, I'm kind of interested in. But yeah, I'm glad I found this. These are smaller than those size of shadows, but still, I mean, for $30, I think this is a great way to sample it. I don't know what like day they're this palette's coming to Sephora. It is on Beauty Pro Muse or Muse Beauty Pro or whatever, but they do have high shipping, just, you know, putting that out there. That's where I got mine. But anyway, I will have it linked down below. If you've ever wanted to try it, I think this is a great way to do it. Hopefully, you know, they will release other petite palettes in different kind of shades, because I know that these shades aren't necessarily for everyone. So overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I do have to say though, you know, as the month went on, I was kind of getting bored. Because I was only using, you know, like 6 shimmer shades total. So that's something for me to keep in mind when I'm doing these 1 month palettes. But yeah, overall pretty happy. So quickly, I'm just going to talk about what palette I'm going to be using for the next month, which is March. And I'm going to be using my Z palette. I actually just purchased a new eyeshadow. I got a couple of things from Makeup Geek, including this one, which is a foiled eyeshadow. And this is in the shade Starry Eyed, which is just gorgeous, if you ask me. So it's right here on my wrist. It's just such a nice, bright, kind of all over the lid with a little bit of like a peachy pink. I love it. I'm very happy with it. So all of these shadows are Makeup Geek, except for 3 are Urban Decay. So I will be still using my Pan That palette. So the shimmery shades in here are, this one is, let me see, the Shimma Shimma. This one is Cinderella. This is Urban Decay. I think it's Scratch. Yeah, Scratch. Bleach Blonde, Cosmopolitan, Starry Eyed, Homecoming. And then this one is Urban Decay. I don't know how to say this. Asphyxia. I'll list it down below. And then this shimmery one on the end is Twilight. So, I mean, I do have a wide variety. I like my Z palette quite a bit. I'm really happy with it. So I'm excited to be using this. I just think it'll be nice and easy. I do think one day I'll probably end up just putting my Viseart shadows in here just because I have the space. But yeah, I do like that it comes in a little package. So anyway, that is my kind of lengthy review for 1 month 1 palette. But I know a lot of people had told me that they were interested in my thoughts on the palette. So I thought I would spend a little bit more time. I hope the pictures helped you, you know, kind of see some different looks I was able to create. So yeah, that's all I have for you. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.